Hello, Periscope land.
Periscope family. We waiting for y'all.
We are waiting.
Come on and join us.
Hello,
Log in.
hello, you guys.
Hello. Welcome. We see y'all jumping on here.
Tonight.
Sound off. Where y'all from?
And let us know if you're getting a good signal by showing us those hearts.
Yes. Show us where you're from. Log in and sound off, people.
And also let us know if you are new. We love meeting new people. A real example. Hi there.
Hello. Well, example
My
77.
sister Isha is on tonight.
Are you guys picking us up loud and clear?
We're just trying to see, because we see the
right.
hearts aren't flowing, and usually when they're not flowing.
There we go. Here comes some people.
And they're going back and forth.
Jess Swain, are you guys logging in okay? You guys picking us up? Sound off. Let us know where you're from and that you're picking us up loud and clear here on Periscope. Hey! Frozen. Okay, are we frozen than anybody else? That's Miss Tika. That's our support here at Marriage for Real. We're frozen Miss Tika. Louisville, Kentucky. Hey, Louisville! What? Louisville!
Liz.
Yes, we say it right. Louisville.
Louisville.
Yes. How do we know?
Because I'm from Kentucky.
Yes, she's from E-Town. E-Town. I met her at Fort Knox. San Diego, yes. Hey, Philly, how's it going? Clear. We're glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Beautiful. All right, who else? Come on, let us know where y'all from. We trying to get this party started. Let's go. Yes. It's Monday.
It is. And it's 3 days till
Thanksgiving.
Hey,
y'all. Hey, sis, how's it going? All right, Mississippi. All right, straight out of Mississippi. Wendy 1913. Welcome. If you're new, let us know that you're new.
Yes.
So we can give you a proper Marriage for Real welcome.
Yes, we love giving you guys welcomes. We got the bomb.com welcomes here at Marriage for Real.
Yes, we do.
Y'all too crunk.
We turn it up when we know when
I had a nap.
Yeah, she had a nap when she came in. She had a power nap. Hey, just Jan Stubby, how you doing? Miss Will, all right. Okay, we're about to get started. I think we got enough people in here. The word says with two or more gathered. So, hey, we're going to get this party rolling.
So please tell people how to do what they do. What they need to do.
So, number one, welcome to Marriage for Real. I'm your brother D.
And I'm Toy.
And we are married for real. For real, y'all. Okay, now, what we are not licensed doctors. We are not certified counselors of any kind. But we are married for over 20 years.
Yes.
Okay, we love the Lord. We absolutely love the Lord. And we have been through it all. Every up and down, we've been through it.
Yes.
Okay, and we've raised, in the process, we've managed to stay together, all right? We managed to thrive together.
Yes.
And we have 4 incredible young people that we call our children.
Yes.
All right? And so, with that, we feel that, maybe we got something that may bless you. And if you think we got something that may bless you with somebody else, invite. Now, if you're an Apple's device, swipe to the right. Click that little Tweety bird, invite some people. If you're on an Android, swipe up and click invite. All right? And you see that little dude over there in the corner? That lets us know how many people we got coming in. And tap your screen. See all those beautiful hearts? That raises us up the Periscope scale. Okay? Lets people know that we're here. We're saying something that you guys are resonating with. And we're being a blessing to you. So with that, let's get this party started.
So we've seen some have invited. So thank you
for inviting.
All
right.
So tonight's topic is knowing when to retreat, right?
Retreat.
You
can tell these folks, you got to retreat in this thing?
You have to.
Wait a second, folks. Haven't we been preaching fight? But is there a time to retreat? Uh-oh. Sounds interesting.
Well, not that kind of retreat. Now, we're not saying go to the point of where you're fighting each other or you're giving up on each other. Thank you for sharing.
All right.
What we are saying is, well, let me just do some backstory, babe. Take this real quick.
All right. I'm holding the computer now.
We're doing some backstory. Okay.
All right.
Hold on. I'm getting my life together right now. Hold on.
She's about to give it to y'all, folks, okay? Because when she hit me with this, I was like, okay, I'm following your lead on this.
She said, explain, please.
Explain.
We splaining. Okay. So, on last Saturday.
Okay.
I was getting dressed that morning, and the thought crossed my mind. Wow, I got to get my Christmas lights and stuff, or my decorations for my lights outside, right? Then I said, you know what? The good thing is this year I only need 2 lights versus 4 lights, because I only got 2 lights outside of my house now, and I used to have 4. Hey,
y'all.
And so,
Be careful fit.
at that very moment, you all, no joke, I fell on my knees and just started thanking the Lord. Because many of you know, we kind of talked about it here at Marriage for Real. So Dwayne and I were, for all intents and purposes, forced to downsize.
Yes.
We went from like 4,000 square feet to like half that, right?
Yeah.
And it's so funny that I live about 15 houses down from my larger house.
From the big house.
I'm like, Lord, that's kind of cruel, right? But at that moment,
every day, y'all.
At that moment, I was so thankful because last year at this time, Sister was not in a good place. Sister wasn't thinking about a toe, a mistletoe, a decoration, a nothing. All I could think about was what I had lost and what had been taken, what I felt like was taken from me. And in that moment, I realized that, I'm trying to find the words that I remember thinking, that moment of devastation that I felt last year was actually deliverance for us.
Oh, wow.
It was like a forced deliverance.
Really?
Sometimes we seek the Lord and we say, Lord, I want deliverance. Deliver me from this job. Deliver me from this situation. And that was my prayer, right? My prayer was like, my husband was a Chicago police officer. The streets just got so bad. He'd been on the job for 17 years. I knew that he could not do another year on that job. Now, on that job, he only needed to do 20 years and he would be out. I knew physically and mentally he could not do those next 3 years. And so I began to pray for deliverance. But y'all, how deliverance came wasn't what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting.
Be careful what you pray for.
Be very direct when you pray.
The word cautions us that when we pray, that we not pray amiss.
Yes.
Okay? That's actual scripture. I can find it for you if you don't believe me. But be careful what you pray for. But go ahead.
And so, but he was no longer on that job, right? He was delivered from that job, but it put us in a situation to where we was like, oh, devastated financially, right? But here's the thing that I can look back on now, this year. Y'all see, I'm go pull my tears back.
She's about to start crying, y'all. It's coming.
I'm not. I'm gonna be strong.
I see it.
That was God's hand of deliverance. And sometimes we don't know how to pull back. We don't know how to retreat. And my husband has this thing that he says, say it, about retreating.
In reference to what?
To getting forward, moving forward.
Oh, when I'm training basketball players, I always teach them that there is a time to retreat, but we never retreat out of fear. We always retreat in order to get a better position with which to attack again. That's it. Mm-hmm. We retreat to get a better position, a better angle to initiate our attack, but never out of fear, never out of doubt.
And why is this important?
Hey, ring finger files, hey.
Why is this important to couples? Because oftentimes we have our goals, and you know what, Marriage for Real, we're big on goals.
Yes.
We're big on moving together as a team.
Absolutely.
We're big on discussing and this and that, and that is still true. Mm-hmm. But sometimes in the midst of in some situations, we can be so overwhelmed and don't even realize that we're overwhelmed and be afraid to retreat to get a better position, to get a better viewpoint, to get more wisdom on how to move forward, that we keep pushing forward and then we suffer shipwreck. You guys understand what I'm saying?
So how does this apply to marriages?
In that situation, because on this evening, I was reading a situation. It was about a man who had this dream, and his wife agreed to the dream. And she agreed to move. She agreed to move to New York so that he could pursue his dream. But once they got there, he soon realized that, maybe this wasn't the best idea, right, for us. And he continued with it because that was his dream. But in the midst of that, it caused confusion. It caused
Y'all agree? Y'all feeling like them hearts
It
slow?
caused frustration. It caused like all the bills went out of hand. And instead of saying to each other, "You, babe, let's step back. Let's take a look at this thing. Let's see if this is what should we continue or should we retreat? Not retreat because you failed, but retreating to see if you guys can gain another, gain better footing in the situation."
Let's talk about that retreating bit a little bit. What does retreating allow us to do? It allows us to get our bearings.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, mind you, like I tell my basketball players, we don't retreat out of fear.
Yeah.
We don't retreat out of doubt. When we retreat, it's tactical. Okay. We need to get a better angle. We need to reassess the situation. Do you understand? But the intention is always to get right back in the fight. Do you understand? And so when we're doing this retreat, we're doing it to get our bearings, get our second wind, dig our heels in. Do you understand? Analyze the situation, plot an attack, and get right back in the fight. Okay, and sometimes if you're in the midst of taking those blows and taking those shots, if you ever seen boxing or any type of fighting, I watch all that stuff. Okay, you'll see a boxer or a fighter take a shot and they'll back up because they gotta collect themselves. But it's never to quit fighting. It's just to regain a position with which to attack again. That's the type of retreat we're talking about.
And oftentimes in marriages, because we've got to get this done, and we feel so much pressure that we feel so much pressure that we keep going forward. And what happens when you're in the boxing ring? Good analogy, babe. When you're fighting, you keep moving forward, and you don't have good footing, and you're not ready. You're just gonna get tagged and get knocked out, right? So sometimes you need to back up as a couple and out. And it also came into my mind because we're about to go into the holiday season, and we know that sometimes you got issues with your family, and then we're about to go into the Christmas season, and sometimes the pressures of life are happening and our finances in a certain place, and we don't really feel like that, that we can do what we want to do. And sometimes, like for me, that's stressful. That's actually stressful for me because I am a giver, right? And so Christmas, Thanksgiving are like my two favorite holidays because I love to give. We love to cook. We love to do all this. But sometimes in years past, I just felt the weight and the pressure of it. And so you got to know when to retreat and when to say enough is enough. As a matter of fact, I know a sister now who's going through some things, and she called me, and my counsel to her was back up.
Get your bearings.
Back up. Get your bearings. Because she felt like she was losing her mind. And sometimes we feel like we can't step out of the fight. Like if we step out of the fight, everything's going to go to haywire. Well, baby, you're not really fighting anyway. There's some things we have to trust God that He's going to take care of. Right? We get in the position where we get in His seat and we carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. Know when to let go and back up and regroup and come back. Yes. I just said I need that backup today. Yes. Sometimes, sometimes you got to know when to back up. You don't, because you feel like all of it's on you. And I know as women, we feel that like it. And I know men, you feel like it too because you guys are the providers.
I think it's hardest for us, quite honestly, if I can jump in. I think it's hardest for men to back up and reassess and regroup and reattack. Okay, because we have a tendency to feel that any backwards momentum is a sign of defeat. Do you understand? And oftentimes it's just enough to get your spacing from a situation so that you can see it in its entirety. You understand? Like I said, when I'm teaching basketball players this philosophy, okay, of you retreat on your terms. Okay, you back up on your terms. You understand? That takes a certain level of awareness. That takes a certain level. Okay, I'm going to take this step back. Hello, welcome, new. All right.
Hi, welcome.
I'm going to take this step back under control. Okay, fully aware of what I'm doing, fully aware of where I'm retreating to. Do you understand? I'm going to reassess the environment. I'm going to reassess my adversary. Do you understand? Because
say that again,
I want to make sure that I'm not fighting his fight. Okay? We don't want to fight our adversary's fight because they're going to make you do what they're good at. Do you understand? Seriously. All right. So when I back up, when I'm on the court, and I feel like I'm losing this immediate conflict, I need to back up and make sure. Okay, wait a second. Have I fallen into a trap? Okay, where are the pitfalls? Do you understand? What is he leading me to? What are they baiting me to? Do you understand? And we have to do the same thing in our relationships.
Yes.
Oftentimes, okay, and oftentimes, because we get the question often, should you separate?
Yeah.
Should you separate? Okay. I believe that if that separation is tactful, deliberate, with the intention of getting back in the fight. You understand? Not with the intention of running. You follow? We've been there. Okay. The intention was never to leave. It was never to quit. All right. Quitting was never an option. What we needed to do was reassess, re-examine. Okay. Who's my enemy? Is my enemy my wife?
No.
No. Wait a second. Then how did I fall into that trap where she started looking like this enemy? You feel me? And when we did that retreat, when we came back together, we had a better plan with which to attack moving forward.
Yes.
Do you understand? Am I making sense? Okay, if y'all feeling this, okay, let me know if you're feeling this. We're not talking divorce, okay? Because divorce is yielding. That's giving up. That's quitting.
Yes.
That's quitting the fight.
Yes.
Okay, we're talking about a tactical retreat.
Yes.
You follow me? We retreat to wise counsel.
Yep.
Okay, we retreat. Even when we retreated, we stayed connected.
We did.
Okay, I didn't shut her out. We communicated. All right, how are we going to do this? Okay, you're there, I'm here, but we coming back together, but what does that look like? Okay, what are our deal breakers? Where did we trip up? You follow me? Do we need counseling?
Yes.
Okay, who can help us through this? Okay, is there a biblical reference for this? Is there a God precedent for what we're going through?
Yes.
But the intention was never to quit the fight. It was always to get back in there and re-attack this thing with a fresh set of eyes and some renewed strength. Yes.
And so that was just on our hearts even on this evening about retreating. You got to know when to retreat. Yeah, we don't quit. We don't retreat. You don't retreat with the intent to quit.
No.
You don't.
No.
Don't even let that be in your thought process. You retreat with the intent to get better footing.
Yes.
Right? And
better perspective.
Better perspective.
Yes.
And when we're talking about retreating as a couple.
Yes.
Sometimes the world can be overwhelming. And what you have to protect is this. You have to protect your marriage. And so if that looks like, babe, we got to step back from some of our friends.
Yep.
Babe, we got to step back from some of our responsibilities. Babe, we got to figure out a way I can step back from some of this overtime so that we can retreat and get back on better footing, right? Because we are the team.
Yes.
Right? So that we can get back in a better position. Because if this isn't good, nothing is good.
That's right.
So you got to know when to retreat. You got to know when to retreat. Even in the basic thought of retreat is when you all need to get away together.
Yes, absolutely.
When you need to say, you know what? We got to set the kids down.
We going up the block and staying at the Holiday Inn.
Yep.
I mean, simple stuff just like that.
Yeah.
You know, retreating together is always a good thing. You have to I don't think oftentimes we don't realize when we're punch drunk in our relationships.
That's
Y'all know what
true,
punch
man.
drunk is,
Yeah.
right? Okay. When you've been taking so many shots from bills, kids, employers, responsibilities, you understand? And you all start doing this.
Yeah.
Okay. Your relationship is punch drunk. You're taking shots and you don't know if it's a right hook or a left jab.
Yeah.
You're just taking shots. Okay. But you're not aware enough to realize that your marriage is on the way down. It's about to get knocked out.
Yeah.
You understand? Those are times when you may need to retreat together.
Yeah.
Okay, babe. You know what? Bills are tight. Okay, but you know what? Right up the street, we're gonna send the kids to mama's house or sister's house.
Yeah.
There's a Super 8 up the street.
Ooh.
We're gonna spend 2 days together.
Let me tell you what we did, y'all. It was so
Listen.
our cruise.
Yes.
And
Yeah. It was nuts, y'all. Wait a second. we are a little touched, okay? All right, y'all pray for me because I have a psychological exam tomorrow for this new police department, and y'all already know I'm a little bit crazy. But what y'all about to hear is crazy. This was nuts.
Right. So remember at the beginning when we talked about
how so crazy,
how I'm praying for deliverance, Lord. Deliver my husband from this job, Lord. Yeah, deliverance came, right? Lost the job, right?
Right.
Income went from like 6 figures to zero figures, right? It was like
overnight.
It was like, so what is doing the retreat? There's no change that brought you to retreat. We gonna answer that, but
we're gonna answer
but
that.
let me come back to this. So when I say y'all bills was tight, tight ain't even the word. Like
no, we couldn't rub 2 pennies together.
It was like
seriously,
what?
we was 1 penny short of rubbing 2 pennies together.
Right. So listen. So there was some of our family members was going on the cruise, and they said you guys should go, and we're like, we can't
what?
go on no cruise.
What cruise? Cruise to where?
We can't.
I can't cruise around the block. What
right,
you mean?
Right.
I ain't got a half a gallon of gas.
Right.
What you talking about?
We can't go on no cruise. We can't go on no cruise. We can't go on no cruise.
Guess what?
Man, we can't go on no cruise. Man, we going on the cruise. I mean, right in the middle of thank you. Right in the middle of everything. Like right in the middle of hell, basically. We said we dipping.
Yeah, we up out of here.
We went. Wait a minute. Not that we just go on the cruise, y'all. It's like we went and jumped on the Carnival, and nothing wrong with Carnival. We went and jumped on the largest ship that at that time
on the sea.
On the sea.
Yes.
There's one larger by 200 feet, right?
Yeah, by 14 feet.
By 14 feet, right?
Yeah.
Went to Haiti, went to Jamaica, went to y'all.
We had a blast.
We needed that retreat.
We had a broke blast.
But not we needed.
But we needed it.
We needed it.
And we knew that we needed
yes.
it. Okay. We had taken so many shots. We had taken so many hooks and jabs and uppercuts.
Yes.
You
they was coming like pow, 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 pow. And we like, no.
And let me tell you something. I know his and her money will probably crucify us for this, but they were one of the main ones. I'm like, y'all need to go. Okay. All right. I know his and her money will probably.
In order to take care of everything else.
But we had no answers on how we was gonna recover when we got back. Seriously, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Okay. We just knew we had to go.
Yep.
We was gonna. This is life. It's gonna work itself out.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that was the responsible thing to do.
Yeah, what?
Okay. If you're in that situation, you judge for yourselves. But like y'all, if you've seen us for a while, we are a little nuts. Okay, and the nuts took over that day.
But you guys, let me tell you what happened though. Every day, and how the Lord blessed us.
Yes.
The Lord. Now,
yes.
you know, so you probably shouldn't have did. You say the Lord blessed us. We had a balcony, right?
Oh man.
And so I was sitting out, on the balcony, right? And in the middle. I gotta tell this story. I see our followers dropping. I'm okay with that because this is a good story, y'all.
If y'all hang in there, you'll get some good stuff out of it.
So I'm sitting on the balcony every morning. I get out and I go downstairs, grab my food, come back, sit on the balcony and eat, right? And just listen to my praise and worship. And then I started looking like all the stuff around me, like looking at the ocean.
Hey, Romans 8:28. Thank you.
As far as you can see, all you can see is ocean. And in my mind, I said, God, you created all of this, right? Like all of this. I'm seeing the fish jumping through the dolphins and the sharks, whatever they are, jumping in the ocean, like tons of things, right? You created all of this. And I'm worried about my situation. Like it's just too hard for you. And then one night we were on the cruise. There was a storm, right? There was an electrical storm, but it was so far off that while we were looking at it, I stood out there for like a long time, amazed at the beauty of the electrical storm, but at the same time realizing that someone else, wherever that storm was in the midst of that, and to them it wasn't beautiful, right? And I said to God, He's got all things under control. Like all things. That retreat Bad Thing was there.
Yes.
Yeah, Bad Thing was there. It was our cousin, right? Our cousin was there.
Yes.
We went on that cruise, didn't we, Shell? We was like,
Yes.
we going.
We going.
Right?
We up out of here.
Right, but in the midst of all of that, somebody else was experiencing a storm, but that storm was beautiful to me. But it was my perspective on it. So the Lord was even showing me then, change your perspective, babe. I got all of this under control.
I'm in all of it.
I'm in all.
I'm in your situation. I'm in
Yes.
her situation.
At the same time.
Those getting tossed by the waves, I'm in their situation.
Yes.
You on this peaceful ship, I'm in your situation. When you
Yep.
go back to all them bills and all them debt collectors, I'm in that situation.
Yep.
And it blessed us.
It did.
It blessed us.
We were better for it.
We were better for it. And,
Yep.
and so, once again, we're not advocating
Reckless financial.
financial recklessness and
Yes.
irresponsibility. We're not advocating that, though we've had a history of it, but we're not advocating that. We are much better now after this recent shenanigans financially. But I honestly believe that the Lord was in it because He knew what we needed at that time.
Yeah.
And it was funny because when we decided to go, we were in complete unity. See, I'm the one. She at the time she was the one doing the bills, but I'm the one that's like, no, we ain't doing nothing. I'm the quick one to say no. You know what I mean? We're not doing that. Okay. When she came to me with it, we were like, okay, let's do this. Mm-hmm. It was no hesitation. It was peace about it, which was nuts when we consider how much stuff we had on our plate.
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't know what was going to get paid, how it was going to get paid, where it was going to get paid from.
Yep.
Seriously. Seriously. You know what I mean? But that's what faith is.
Yeah.
Faith is, stepping over a ledge and expecting for a platform to be there.
Yeah.
And that's really what it was. And the Lord blessed us for it.
And so even as you guys go into this holiday season and you're getting ready, we right, and you're getting ready to come out of the holiday season and you're going to your new year.
He provided.
Checks in the mail. Praise the Lord.
Listen. I'm sorry, babe. Despite all of that, I want to encourage you. We were in that dark place.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just now coming out of it. Okay,
Yeah.
Thanks to God, thanks to faith, thanks to leaning on the scriptures, thanks to family members.
Yes.
You understand? We're coming on the other end of it. But let me tell you something. When all is said and done, when your situation looks so bleak,
yes,
so dire, one thing I can tell you that we did, that we didn't do when we were earlier married, we drew closer together.
Yeah.
Before this kind of stuff put a wedge between us.
Because it was animosity. It was like it was
you ain't doing
fingers.
enough. You ain't pulling your weight.
Yeah, you ain't doing this and you ain't doing that.
You're supposed to be the man.
And
You're supposed to be the
reason.
woman.
Right.
Right. You understand? But this time we changed our response to it.
Yeah.
We actually pulled together as husband and wife, and we operated in the unity that the Lord ordained in marriage. Mm-hmm. Okay, and we agreed to go.
Yes.
Okay, we operated in agreement. And we've told you before that the Lord honors agreement between a husband and a wife. He honors that. He honored it when we didn't have a dime to our names. Yet we still enjoyed ourselves. We didn't go without, and we got back, and everything. A few years later, we're still here.
Yeah.
Okay, the world didn't end.
It didn't.
Okay, it didn't end.
He really was in control, y'all.
He really was in control.
Our devastation was actually our deliverance.
Yes.
It really was.
That's deep. That's deep.
It really
Deliverance
was.
in your devastation.
We look around and we think, this is it. Lord, you may have brought us through everything else, but this right here, ain't no coming back from it. Y'all, He's so wise. We so stupid.
Yeah.
He's still God, right?
He's still God.
There is, He's so purposeful. He's got a strategy in everything if we just trust the process.
Trust the process.
Trust it.
His ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts, as the scripture tells us. Okay? If you don't have the answers, that's okay. That's okay.
Sometimes we feel like we gotta have them.
If you don't have the answers, that's okay.
Yes.
Okay? That's where faith comes in. Faith is always kicks in when we're at the end of us.
Yep.
Okay? And we've been at the end of us.
Yes.
And you're talking about a brother who struggled in areas of faith. Because I'm used to having an answer for every darn thing. Mm-hmm. Okay? And that's just me. I'm used to having an answer for every darn thing. All right? And the Lord had to take me to the end of myself to elevate my faith. Yep. Where I had no reason, no choice, no rationale. Okay, Lord, I got nothing. I got nothing, Lord. I got nothing. So if you are who you say you are, which I believe that you are, I gotta trust you.
Yep.
I gotta know that your thoughts for me are good, not evil.
Yep.
I gotta know that you've never seen your righteous forsaken, nor your seed begging bread.
Yep.
I've got to rely on that.
Yep.
Okay. I got to know that you have your promises for me. You are well and able to keep.
Yep.
I got to know that. Okay, because I got nothing.
Yep.
I got nothing. Cast your cares upon me.
Yep.
For he cares for you. Period.
Yes.
You understand? And I was at that point, at the end of myself, and that's where he began.
Yep.
He showed me how big he was.
Yep. And so that was actually the message. No, I'm saying it wasn't even a message. It was just like a reflection that I had earlier on this week. It was just, you know what? Lord, thank you for that devastation. That devastation actually was our deliverance. And it's brought us into a very good place.
Yes.
For our ladder. Not for our ladder, for our next.
We have the questions you're going to answer.
The question was Miss Will. Miss Will says, what do you do after you've done the retreat and it doesn't work? Miss Will, we've spoken very briefly via email, and
thanks for joining, you all. Thank you all so much for joining.
And the conversation is still the same. You guys need counseling.
Yeah.
You need counseling. A lot of things can't be answered or fixed over email and plus there's like always more to the story, so it's stuff like that.
And we don't want to belittle your situation
Nope.
by a quick, short answer, which is all we can provide in this type of environment.
Yeah.
But we will say this I will say this in reference to the retreat not having worked. Somebody who retreated didn't retreat with the intention of re-entering the fight. Does that make sense? Okay? I'm not trying to be curt. I'm not trying to be short. But when both parties are determined to make it work, it works.
it does.
It's got no choice. Seriously. I mean, I'm not trying to oversimplify it, okay? 9.999 times out of 10, when it doesn't work, somebody was not fully invested, despite what they said.
Yep.
Despite what they did, somebody was not fully invested in making it work.
Hey.
Okay, because when you are married and operating in the holy union that God has ordained, okay, and then you're operating on one accord, and you're both saying, you know what? We're going to take a step back from this situation, or we're going to take a step back from us, get a little space, but I ain't going nowhere, baby. You ain't going nowhere. We just need, so we don't do nothing irrational. We're going to take a little breather, but we're both going to come back here and we're going to make this work.
Right.
When that happens, it works.
Yes.
It's got no choice, okay? Because it's not a conscious, sentient thing. It's dependent upon you.
Yes.
It's totally dependent upon you.
It is.
Okay? And we're not even talking issues of faith and salvation. I've seen this in couples that don't profess salvation. When they determine that they're going to make it work, it works.
It does.
And God honors that.
Because when what it means that you're determined to make it work is that you're willing to set aside everything, your feelings, your emotions, your grudges. You're willing to forgive. You're willing to say, what do we need to do?
You're willing to sacrifice.
You're willing to sacrifice to make our marriage work. You're willing to have honest conversations. You're willing to hear things about yourself that you may not like.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Sacrifice.
Sometimes when you're like, yeah, we'll go into it, but as soon as I start saying something about you, oh, now you done backed up.
Yeah.
So it's about speaking the truth in love and hearing your spouse. So if you don't go into the retreat,
see, they retreated
with those things.
They didn't retreat. Somebody took a vacation. You didn't. Maybe you retreated, but somebody else took a vacation from the relationship.
Yeah.
And that's something totally different.
Yeah.
That's damaging.
Yeah.
Okay, because one thing I ain't never doing is taking a vacation from mine. Okay, this is a 24-hour, 7-day a week, 365 maintenance thing.
Yeah.
Okay, like we said in our previous scope, marriage is about maintenance, not about overhaul. It's
Yeah.
all about maintenance. I can't afford to take a vacation from her, nor can she afford to take a vacation from me.
Nope.
Because when you take a vacation from one another, you leave room for something else to slip in.
Yep.
Period.
That's it.
Period.
That's
Okay? That retreat is not a vacation.
No.
Okay? That should be plotting, planning, okay? Strategizing, communicating. How are we going to make this work when we get back in the same space?
Yep.
Do you understand? Okay? Or if you're retreating together, how are we going to make it work when we get back to where we just left?
Yep.
Do you understand? But it's not a vacation from the reality that's the relationship. It's not that.
Yeah.
Okay? So if it didn't work, I invite you to try. I invite you to prove me wrong, but I don't think that I am. Somebody didn't take the retreat seriously.
Yeah.
Okay, someone actually just took a vacation.
And definitely get counseling.
Get counseling.
Get counseling.
Anybody else got anything? Okay, you're free to agree, disagree. Okay, we want to hear it all. This is marriage for real, y'all. We keep it 100.
Yes.
Okay, this is about communication. These are our ideas. This is what the Lord has given us. This is our testimony. Do you understand?
Yes.
But we do want to hear from you.
Yes.
Okay? If you got anything, we are interested in it. Okay?
Yes.
We welcome all feedback. We love the hearts, but brother loves feedback.
Yes.
Okay? I love it. So you have any questions, any concerns about if we said something that yes we do. Yes, we do. If we said something that you don't quite get or you need clarity on, we here.
Yeah.
Okay, we're here for a few more minutes. All right, but we want to make sure that you survive. We want to make sure that your marriage can withstand the storms that life brings.
Yes.
Okay, praise God. Hey, but you got it now, and it's never too late. That dude is never too late. It's never too late.
It's not.
Okay,
And
now is the appointed time. Now you can apply.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what it is? I think we could always go back and say, if I had known this 2 years ago, if I had known this yesterday, if I had known this 5 years ago, that when you receive knowledge, then you walk in it.
When you receive light,
but until then, if you don't have it, then you can't walk in it,
hey,
right?
Dr. Pepper 47.
And sometimes somebody can tell us something, and sometimes it doesn't even really hit us until months, years later. Like,
yeah. Yazim,
got it.
It was the time to know. Yeah.
So don't beat yourself up of what you didn't know then. You know now, and once you know now,
hey, Mrs. Pastor RJ,
you walk accordingly. If that relationship is a relationship that you know that you can't go back and fix, then the next relationship that you go into, definitely take the information.
The word tells us, as we receive light, walk in it. Okay. Yes. Hey, welcome.
Yes.
Well, you know better, you do better. Absolutely.
Yes.
You can watch the replay.
Yes.
You can watch it, okay, and you can leave hearts, and you can fast forward it. The whole 9 yards, Periscope up this game.
So yes, thank you for our replay viewers as well.
Yes, thank you. And even if you're just watching, make sure that you follow.
Yes.
Just don't peek in. We want you all to follow us. So when we're on, we know that you all can join us. All right. Yeah.
She said, but she can't comment.
You can't comment, but you can comment now, okay? You can comment now. We're glad to have you. We are so glad to have you. But yeah, if anybody's got any questions, we are here. We are ready. When to retreat? How does that retreat look? Remember, it's tactful. It's intentional. Everything that we teach here at Marriage for Real is intentional.
Yeah.
Okay? We're trying to drive that home. That marriage is an intentional thing. You just don't let life happen to your marriage.
Yes.
You happen to your marriage.
You have to maintain
Okay?
it.
You have to do it. You have to do all the things necessary. Like today. Today I'm in Walmart. Okay? I went there for, y'all know how Walmart is. Walmart's the devil, y'all. Okay? Walmart's the devil. You go in there for one thing, you end up grabbing a cart. And I'm a man. I'm not like that. But Walmart gets me every single time. Okay? And so, the Blue Devil.
Blue Devil, yeah.
Right. So I'm in Walmart today, and let's backpedal a little bit for those who are just joining. We're not going to be much longer. Sister got arrested last week. Y'all, sister was in the back of a squad car last week.
That's telling all my business.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's the story.
I didn't do anything.
She didn't do anything. Listen. What's the max recommended? You all have to determine that. Okay, you all have to agree on that. Do you understand? But once again, it's intentional. Go ahead.
Can I answer that?
Go ahead.
Until y'all fixed. Until whatever the situation, he just did put me out there. He said, how long do you retreat? You retreat until the situation is where you have a better position on the situation.
When you feel your strength is
when
up.
you feel your strength has come back and you're ready to fight again.
When you feel you've got your bearings again. Do you understand?
Yes.
When you feel that you're ready to re-enter the fray. Okay,
Yes.
however long that takes. Now, one thing we do advocate because we got this wisdom from our pastor.
And so I'm thinking that you're referencing that as a couple, though, not as a person.
Are you referencing that as a couple, as in
Retreating.
limited separation, or retreating together?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're talking about a limited separation, we got this advice from our pastor. Is that when you do it, okay, don't do it too long because things can creep in. It should be a very limited time. It shouldn't take you long to get your bearings when you're intentional about it. Okay, so I don't know what that looks like. It's based on the situation and the things that you're coming up against. You follow me? We don't know if it's infidelity. We don't know if it's finances. We don't know, just getting on each other's nerves. Okay, but when you retreat, it shouldn't be excessively long. Do you follow me?
If you're separated from each other,
right?
But if you're retreating so that you as a couple can get a better position or better, a better place in your marriage, you do that.
However long you can handle it. Financially, job wise,
yes.
If it means taking a leave of absence from work. Been there, done that.
Yes.
You understand? Do what you got to do to maintain your thing, because nothing comes before this thing. Okay. Now, sister was arrested last week.
He's so excited.
Okay.
To tell you all this.
No, I'm not excited, but let me tell you, it wasn't her fault. Okay. She didn't break the law. Not really. Our license plates had been suspended, and
my son had gotten a ticket.
Right.
My son had went. Actually, I just saw the thing today. My son got a ticket when he went out of town in our car.
Right.
And when he was in the car, he didn't have his insurance information in the car.
Right.
So he never went to court.
Never went to court.
So
Yes,
watch the replay.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So he never went to court, and so hence my tags got suspended. So I'm driving to work the other morning. Boop, boop, boop. I see the police. I'm like,
but wait a second. The plates were expired. Okay,
Yes.
They expired when November hit. Okay, and
November 20-something.
right, and quite honestly, slipped our minds like it does so many other people. But I have to own some of this, as I'm sure she will appreciate. The day before, she ended up in the back of the squad car. I was going to rectify everything with the car, okay? I went to the DMV, I went to admissions, okay? And it was one, go here, go there, and no one had the answers, okay? And so I'd spent the better part of a morning, and I got frustrated. Brother got frustrated, okay? He yielded to his baser instincts, and they were like, okay, finally, you got to go here. I'm like, I'm not going there today. Okay, I'm tired of running around. Y'all been sending me around here all day. I'm going home. I'll take care of it in the morning. So the morning gets here. The very next morning, y'all. And I'm calling her. What does it say?
I seen it. Go ahead.
Okay, the very next morning, I'm calling her to get the plate number of the car. I'm up. She left for work. I'm about to get up. I'm like, hey, steps of forgiveness. Yes, absolutely. We can help you with that. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I'm like, hey, what's the plate? She says, I can't talk right now. On the back of the police car. I'm like, what? And she hung up on me. I'm like, oh my gosh. The very next morning, y'all, I was about to go take care of it. Had to go pick her up from the county. They impounded my car. You understand? It was a horrible. We're talking 7 o'clock in the morning. Y'all. This is how we started our day. So let's fast forward. We had some revelations. There was a lot of apologies. Okay? There's a lot of apologies. I was sorry. She was mad, understandably so. I did my penance that day. I rectified everything with the car that day. Spent my whole day driving all over the state of Illinois. Yeah, I could have got her roses and stuff that day. But we were good. She forgave and we were good. And so today, we're talking maintenance. No, she forgave her brother. Tika.
Oh my gosh, just continue.
Okay, so anyway, today.
When somebody got the business.
So anyway, today, I'm in the store getting some things, and I just thought of her. I said, her love language is gift giving. Wasn't something much. I got her some pajamas because I know she likes to come home and snuggle down, and especially when it's cold out. Winter's kind of her favorite time to be home.
The fall, it is.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But this was marital maintenance, okay? When she wasn't expecting it. Yeah, I could have done something the day after, but we were actually good. But
Y'all was hot.
She was hot. She was hot. And I took some shots. I had to. You follow me? It was well. The shots were well placed.
So that story's over. Praise the Lord. All
so anyway,
well.
this was our past weekend.
Yes. So someone asked the question.
But the point was maintenance.
Yes.
Okay. The point was maintenance. I didn't want her to stay there. So like when I went out today, I got her something. You understand? Because I wanted to make sure that she was in a good place. And just because it was Monday, it wasn't even an apology thing because we were actually good.
Yeah.
We were actually fine.
Yeah.
So anyway, the question.
The question was the 2-year question. Oh, see?
Yeah. Ask the question again, please. Okay,
You tell y'all he ain't got to go to work tonight.
Yeah, you can tell I'm wide awake.
He's like, so
What's the next question? What you got? Let's talk. I'm off work tonight. I got some sleep yesterday. No.
Anywho, there was the 2-year question. What happens after 2 years and it's still, I think it was.
He haven't gotten himself together.
I think that we probably kind of know a little bit of backstory, a little bit on this, but and forgiveness.
Yes.
It's very difficult for me, and I'm gonna speak for me. My husband hates when I do that, but I'm gonna say it from a female position. That's why I'm saying it for me. I feel like we cannot so much as look at the situation and say, well, he hasn't got himself together. What is he doing? What is he's not doing this right. And I've been waiting all this time for him to do this. My question to you is, where are you? We spend so much time waiting for our spouse to arrive at the destination in which we think that they should be. Right?
Ooh, that was deep.
That we fail to look at that thing called the mirror and say, where are we? Where am I? Yes. Well, it's been 2 years. He's not trying to get himself together. And so I guess that question would be, here's the thing, is you all know your situation. We don't know what the situation is. We don't know the backstory behind the situation.
So it's kind of hard to
So it's very kind of hard to even give wise counsel in that because it's one-sided.
Right.
Because we really don't know
We don't know what factors are in play.
Right.
We don't know if it's employment. We don't know if it's psychological.
We don't know if it's depression.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
We don't know, and we're not asking to share all that here.
Right.
But what you can do is send us an email.
Yes.
If you want some better insight, send us an email. Marriage for Real support will show the email, how you can contact us, and we will respond.
Yes.
Forgiveness. How do you forgive your wife?
First thing you have to do is choose to.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the very first scope that we did, it's on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's on YouTube.
It's about forgiveness.
It's about forgiveness, and you can kind of get an insight into our story, into the first part of our story. The latter 2 parts are coming soon. Mm-hmm. But forgiveness, I'll be honest with you. When I'm assuming there's been some kind of marital transgression. Okay, share with what you're willing to. But obviously, certain things are easy to forgive. So if you're asking for something, if you're asking this question, I'm only assuming. If a male is asking this question,
yes,
that it's something that most of us don't get over very easily. And there's not too many things that men don't get over.
It's either disrespect or infidelity.
Yeah.
Have you done what's supposed to give grace to him? I think you're referencing a question to someone else.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. But forgiveness is intentional. Do you understand?
Is.
You have to want to get past the situation. You can't keep reliving the instant replay in your head. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't keep reliving the instant replay in your head.
Yes.
You understand? That's forgiveness is never for the other. Yes. Actually, forgiveness is a door that swings both ways, but I believe that the person that does forgiveness is the primary beneficiary.
Yes.
Okay. It allows you to move forward. It allows you to heal. Do you understand? It puts you in a favorable position with the Lord. Okay, where your prayers are not hindered. Okay, due to your lack of forgiveness. You feel me? But I'm not going to say that it's easy. If you're talking about what I think that you're talking about, okay? But I will tell you that it's got to be very purposeful and very deliberate.
It's a choice. I guess to what Dwayne is saying, it's a choice. It's not a feeling. No. It is not an emotion.
It's not time-based.
It's not time-based. You won't say, well, I feel like I've forgiven you now, because 2 minutes later you can feel like I hate your guts, right?
Yep.
So it's intentional. You have to choose, make the decision. Once you make a decision, we're talking about a made-up mind type of decision, right? Like
yes.
Yes, I've made up my mind that I'm going to forgive. When you make up your mind about something, your actions tend to follow.
That's true. Everything lines up with that.
Everything lines up with that.
That's true.
So when you make up your mind, I'm going to forgive, you're going to start doing things that look like forgiveness. Yes, it's true. My husband has a drug problem. He moved out of the state to get clean, but it's not working. Addiction is tough. And
we're talking about the physical as well as the spiritual components. It's tough. We're talking physical, spiritual, and psychological.
Yes.
That's a demonic trinity.
Yes.
That takes a lot of time, a lot of prayer, and a lot of medical and counseling attention.
Yes.
Okay, that's not something that, but we serve a God that's well able.
We do.
You understand?
We do.
And we do know that prayer works and deliverance works.
Yep.
Okay, so until your deliverance comes, stand in the gap.
Yeah.
Find yourself fit to stand in the gap.
Yeah.
You understand? When I say fit, make sure that you're fasting, you're praying. Okay, that you're actively supporting all the components that encompass wellness for your spouse.
Yeah.
You understand? And the Lord can deliver.
He absolutely can. He absolutely can. And I know that sounds like a cliche, because you're like, I'm in the midst of this. I'm in pain right now.
Yes.
But sometimes we so focus on the situation, we're not really dealing with us. We're not really ministering to our own needs. So put yourself in a healthy place, right? And so he's out of town.
Mm-hmm.
He's out of town. And so it's not a situation where you're dealing with right now.
Yes.
And that pertains to any addiction.
Yes.
That you have to put yourself in a position to where you're winning.
Right.
And allow God to do his part. You're not going to do God's part. He refuses to go to counseling or a drug program.
He's got to want it.
Yep.
He's got to want it.
You can't make him want it.
You can't make him want it.
You can't make him want it. He's got to want it.
He's got to want it. And like I said, we don't believe that any situation is impossible.
Yep.
We know that there are many situations that are very daunting. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But as his wife, I like that. You need to stay strong in prayer. And what I said earlier, be fit to stand in the gap for him.
Yeah.
What does that look like? You have to make sure that you're right with the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That your motivations are pure, that your heart is clean, that your prayers are unhindered.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? That you're diligent in the faith. And be fit to stand in the gap. Because if you stand in the gap and you are not spiritually fit to do so, okay, some things may backlash on you that you weren't prepared for.
Yeah.
You understand? Because standing in the gap means that you're standing in proxy for someone else.
Yes.
Okay, which means spiritual attention is now on you.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes from both sides.
Yeah.
Okay? Spiritual attention from the Lord as well as from the enemy. Okay?
Yes.
So when you stand in that gap, make sure that you're in the way. You're spiritually fit to stand in that gap for your spouse.
Oh, we're sorry. Oh. And sometimes that happens when we're about to get frozen. We're so sorry. We have a bad connection. So at this point, thank you guys so much for tuning into Marriage for Real.
Email us.
Email us. Yes, email.